Good evening, nang, ladies as well as gentlemen, mang. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We're playing Mage, and, well, this probably means the run's gonna end terribly and I'm gonna be all pissed, but this run so far is just living the good life. Really had pretty easy games against a Mage and against a Hunter. Okay, the Mage game wasn't easy. I killed her at exactly 1 health. And I also needed a timely flame strike to just like avoid straight up dying. But I had like 13 health or something, so I got it down to exactly 0. It could have lasted an extra and I probably still would have won. But anyway, then the Hunter game was super duper easy after that. The point being, game's been pretty easy so far is what I'm trying to say. And, oh god, I'll keep the Mana Wraith, although it never ends up working out the way, quite the way that I wanted to. So it's been pretty easy so far. I feel like this deck could go pretty well. The strength of this deck is it's got some good burn potential with the 2 Frostbolts and the 2 Fireballs that I am slinging, plus these 2 spell damage cards. Zero Drake and Kobold Geomancer. Not much in the way of card draw. Just a good old Acolyte of Pain. Do I coin into the Geomancer so that I could play this second? Sure. We'll do it. Which means this is pretty much never going to get used for spell damage, but I feel like it's worth it to put out some early pressure. Especially if she just pings it this turn, then I'm gonna play the Mana Wraith next turn, and it's gonna be a while before she can do stuff. Oh, she's gonna play a card. It's gonna be a Fairy Dragon. Well, that's pretty good. So I get to kill the Fairy Dragon there. Harvest Golem. Once again, I'm doing the ultimate combo of Destiny here. Mana Wraith into Harvest Golem. Cough. Not the greatest combo ever. Maybe, I mean, I could have played this with the coin, but then I couldn't have played my Geomancer if she didn't give me something to kill with the card. So, if I knew she was going to play a Fairy Dragon, of course I would rather have traded this for a Fairy Dragon than my Geomancer, but hopefully, you know, her not being able to play 3 drops will be as good as me not being able to play 3 drops. Please play another 3-2, that would be perfect. If you could just play another 3-2, that would be friggin' great. I'd love that so much. Do that, please, now. Loop-de-doop-doop-doo. Let me make loop-de-loops of my mouse on the screen. Look at that figure 8. Oh, man, look at that figure 8. This is why I'm a pro StarCraft player. Mouse control, guys. Mouse control, okay? You are getting very, very sleepy. Apparently my hypnotism is working on my opponent because she's taking forever to make the loot order. Well, I don't really want to throw my Mana Wraith at that because that's card disadvantage. So what we're going to do here is ping-a-dee-ding-ding. Play the Mirror Image. I'm not going to wait for the Knife Jugglers. We'll just use it while it's good. Swing. Next turn I can play Harvest Golem. This turn she can play Harvest Golem. That would actually be a very good move for her if she had a Harvest Golem. I have both my Flame Strikes. The Flame Strikes came alongside other good cards, so I could have definitely like used them. Maybe like used these cards now if I hadn't taken Flame Strike. She in fact is a Harvest Golem. I'll get some more damage through, poking away with my Mana Wraith and play my own Harvest Golem. I could have pinged this and killed 1 iteration of it with the help of the Mana Wraith, but that seems a bit pointless. You know, I should have put this. Oh god, I messed up. I'm sorry, folks. I should have put this Harvest Golem over here, so that next turn I could defend Revargus, the Golem, and my Mana Wraith. Oh, she's gonna silence my Golem, and then Frostbolt. She's up. Biatch. Well, what I'm gonna do here then is trade out my Mana Wraith for the Owl. Just play it as card. Alright, well, I have all the removal in the universe. Just need something to use it on, and we'll be in great shape. How about a Sunwalker? You want to give me a Sunwalker? Sunwalker Texas Ranger? Come on, it's really good. It's got taunt. Ah, lame. Well, my Zero Drake might survive the turn here. Oh, jeez. 50-50 chance. Hit my face, hit my face. Yeah! Oh, it's still going to die to her being pinged. Well, that's fine, I guess. That's fine. Oh, this is actually kind of awkward. Well, let's do this. And this. This. My Leper Gnome, but I don't really see what the point of that is, honestly, because she can still ping my Leper Gnome. Yeah, this isn't really working out very well. She's not really playing enough stuff for me to Flame Strike usefully, nor is she giving me anything that merits a Polymorph. It's one of those dreadful hands you have him as a mage sometimes, where it's full of answers and no questions. Alright, that's a good Polymorph target. It is a 4-drop, however, so she probably feels like she's winning because she got me to use Polymorph on a 4-drop. Frostbolt. No. Just Polymorph this thing. Ping the Blue Girl Warrior. Turn. So she has 4 cards in a sheep. I have 4 cards in a mirror image. The mirror image will be dead, so she's a little bit ahead because she's got the play right now. And this Defender of Argus just keeps on being useless. Man, this is like the worst Defender of Argus I've had in a long time. Balls. My cards have just not been working out. And we got this guy coming out after my spell damage minions have all died. Alright. Boo. Mind control attack, huh? Well. Is it worth going for? I could frostbolt this mana worm. No, we're gonna pass the turn here. Let's see if she plays another minion or if she plays around the Flame Strike. I mean, a smart player might realize I probably have a Flame Strike here. We'll play a Stormwind champion. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a big moment for mind control attack here. What I steal could have a really huge impact. Alright, here we go.
Engaging TC-130, mental
Ah, I get the worst possible card. Of course. Of course that's what would happen.
My shield for Argus.
Honest to God, Jesus. Alright, what we're gonna do here is Frostbolt the Stormwind champion. Stop it from attacking. And then it'll die to Flame Strike next turn. Unfortunately, this thing is going to be at 2 health after Flame Strike, which is it's unfortunate is what that is. But maybe it'll damage itself killing one of my things, that way it'll just die to Flame Strike. Really, it had to pick the... You know, can you imagine what a different game this would have been if it had stolen the Tiger or the Stormwind Champion? Or even the Berserker, honestly, but the Mana Worm of all things. Well, anyway, I've got back-to-back Flame Strike, so if she pretty much plays any minions, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. She can use the Tiger to kill my Mind Control attack. She can use the Berserker with the help of her hero ability to ping the Mana Worm. And if she just plays one more minion that dies to Flame Strike, anything with 5 health or less, I might catch up in this game because I'm still going to have this guy getting some damage through. And then she's out of cards. But if she has card advantage, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. She goes for the Mana Worm, interestingly, with the Tiger, which suggests that she has some other way of dealing with... This is very bizarre. She could have just... That's weird. She could have just used that guy to kill the Mana Worm and live. I don't know what she's doing. Ah, Vengeful Mercenary. I see what she's doing. So this will actually live the Flame Strike. Alrighty. I could Cone of Cold to delay the inevitable. No, let's just Flame Strike here. Seems fine. Flame Strike. Ping this to death. Hit her in the face. Now she's gonna get 7 damage through, but she's out of cards, and 13 damage. Her health against a mage who's out of cards is not the worst thing in the world. Cult Master, okay, fine.
Or both.
She goes for the hit. She's trying to get me down here. Yep, she might have a Pyroblast in her deck, which is why she's trying to do this much damage. If she does, then she does. And I've got here 3 plus 4 is 7 burn damage. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Team. Ping away the Cult Master. Okay, Ice Lance to kill this guy. Or I could save it for her face. Or I could save it for the Flame Strike. Alright, we're gonna take a little risk here. I'm gonna save this guy to die to my second Flame Strike. I mean, she's drawing 1 card at a time, so just using 2 cards, or just using a Flame Strike to kill 2 minions is totally fine in my book. If she drew a spell here, that would be a problem. Because that would mean she's not going to play another creature, yeah. Alright. So, I don't want to use my Frostbolt on this Vengeful Mercenary, but pinging it won't quite kill it. Shoot. I should have just killed it with Ice Lance. I could use my Defender of Argus, but the Defender of Argus is insanely valuable because he's doing damage every turn. So we're going to do this. And... either Blizzard or Flame Strike. I'll use the Blizzard here because Flame Strike deals more damage. I'm not going to commit the Frostbolt to her face just yet. So I've got 3 plus 4 is 7 damage. I just need to deal 10 damage to her. So one of my Fireballs comes along. I don't think I've used any Fireballs this game. One of my Fireballs comes along, I could actually win. Now, she's pinging my face pretty consistently, so if she has the Pyroblast, she will win. There's nothing I can do. I have no healing in the deck, no counter spells or anything. So if she has it, she wins, but that isn't epic. Maybe she doesn't have it. Maybe she didn't draw it. We'll see. This is a card she drew last turn and didn't play it. It's Alexstrasza. Okay. That's great. Well, that's gonna necessitate a change of plans here. We're gonna have to frostbolt this thing to stop it from attacking. I could Ice Lance and just kill it, or I could wait and have it die to Flame Strike. I mean, this Ice Lance isn't doing much since I've already, I believe, used both Frostbolts. Yeah, I've used both Frostbolts, so I have nothing else that can freeze her face. I never got an overpowered Water Elemental. If I don't use this right here, it's never getting used. Then again, this thing is going to die to Flame Strike. So, God, this sucks. Well, what should I do it? I don't have a choice. Now, if there's a Flame Strike to clear my board, it's going to be a little close. But I do have 2 Fireballs in here. If I could just draw them at some point, I would just win with 2 Fireballs. Of course, she's in the same position. If she has 2 Fireballs or even a single Polymorph, she'll win. Reckless Rocketeer is very scary. She can now get me down to 6 health. Mirror Image. Okay, so she doesn't have anything else. She's out of cards. She will hit me in the face, ping me. I'm dead in 5 turns. But got my Flame Strike and a Sunwalker. Well, I can't play the Sunwalker, so if she draws a charged creature, she'll probably win. But Flame Strike is obviously more important here. We will hit her. We will hit her. We will hit her. I still have 2 freaking Fireballs in here. If I could draw one of them, I'd win, as long as she doesn't draw a Fireball or Reckless Rocketeer herself. So what is her top deck? This is also lethal damage I'm threatening. So this is actually, if this is a neutral creature, I win. Alright, so she drew seemingly some kind of neutral card, some vanilla creature, and then well, that was a close game. I gotta admit, I got a little lucky there. However, I had, if you've been watching all my videos, even though I told you not to, if you've been watching all my videos, you know that I had a pretty horrific streak of just bad luck. And yeah, maybe you could say I didn't play perfectly, but like, you know, I don't ever play perfectly, and I still do really well. I had a horrifically bad streak of arenas. So the fact that I'm catching a little bit of a break here, I think is totally well deserved. And let's see where's up next. A warrior. Well, it's a bit tough being a mage versus warriors. Just because the warrior can armor up, that makes it harder for you to burn him out. Now, obviously, the advantage you have as a mage versus warriors is that his hero ability doesn't affect the board. So if you're fighting fairly, you have an advantage. This deck, I feel, tries to be unfair. It seems like, because of the very low curve and the lack of endgame, the way I mostly want to win is by burning people out. So it's not a particularly fair fighting style of deck. He mulliganed 3 cards and kept this one. I hope it's not a Fiery War Axe that he kept. And I hope it's not a Fiery War Axe that he drew. I just hope he doesn't have a Fiery War Axe right now. Like, later in the game when people play Fiery War Axe, it's fine. It's just a turn 2 Fiery War Axe is so brutal. Stops everything you could possibly think about doing. He's got one of these guys. Well, I'm not gonna just, you know, sit here and do nothing. Play this out and see if he's got the Fiery War Axe. Is it this card? Fiery War Axe that he kept?
Ready for action.
No, it's a Goldshire Footman. That's not the most impressive thing to play in front of an Amani Berserker. But I kind of see where my opponent's coming from.
Engaging
You know, he figures I'll kill this thing, and then, you know, he's going to use his Infiltrator to kill my Berserker. Granted, that is card advantage for me, because I already killed a card with this guy. If it takes another card to kill it, which it does, I'm up a card. He's going to coin for a 4-drop. This might have to get polymorphed. Oh, it's unfortunate, but that's got to get polymorphed. So he gets a little bit of a victory here. Polymorph or Fireball? Oh, that's tough. So the Polymorph will take out anything. The Fireball will take out most things, but it can also damage the face, and it doesn't leave a sheep behind. I'm going to actually Fireball this thing. Well, it's one of the toughest decisions strategically in Hearthstone when you're a mage is whether to use Polymorph or Fireball against things, and whether to draft Polymorph or Fireball. I think the drafting is a pretty easy solution. You just try to take one of each if you can.
Try this.
But the usage of them is still tricky. Alright, it's going to hit me in the face with that. It's fine. This is not worth using a Polymorph on, I don't think. This is so annoying. I don't want to play this. It'll just die, but these removal spells are not worth using. Well, I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. We'll just do this. I could Ice Lance his face. That's stupid. We're just going to pass turn. So I basically passed on turn 5 because I have too many spells. That is really, really too bad. I actually think the spell minion ratio in this deck is fine. I just got bad luck here with the ratios. Damn it.
Charge forward.
He's doing a pretty good job being very irritating because I need to kill this, even though I don't want to use the spells that I have. So annoying. Well, I can't leave this alive, even though the Drake was tempting to play. So we'll fireball this. He's very happy about that because that is a fireball that's not going in his face later. In fact, there's 12 damage that could have gone in his face that went to a Yeti and a Warsong Commander. He's taking good advantage of the fact, I'm not sure if he's doing it intentionally, but he's taking very good advantage of the fact that I just don't have anything to play. He's going to use up his weapon, so it tells me he has another weapon. Yeah, he has another weaponsmith. Alrighty. And a Bloodsail Raider, touche. Well, I think this is worth a Flame Strike. Gives me a bit of card advantage. I've got 5 cards to his 4+ a weapon. Let's see if he throws the weapon at my face or not. Oh, Jesus. Why does he keep playing these annoying things that aren't quite worth polymorphing? Alright, we'll do this. Card. And let's do this.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Vulture goes. Base is the best place it could have gone, for sure. Now I got this 5/5 that stands up well against his board. Now he really should play something big. If he's been slow rolling his big minions, he should play them now. Nope, he's just going for jibbity-boo. This Acolyte's very annoying because I don't want to play my Knife Jugglers against it. It's weird. Like, he hasn't been doing anything good. It's just like the crap he's been doing happens to be extremely effective against the kind of weird hand that I have. I keep wanting him to play something really big, and he never does. But he won't quite leave me alone either. Alright, he plays a Darkscale Healer to heal up the team. Hits me in the face a little bit. It's fine. And mirror image. Well, we're going to go for it here. I'm going to kill this Acolyte. I don't want him to get multiple cards out of it. We'll play Knife Juggler number 1. Knife Juggler number 2. Mirror image, so that gives me 4 knife flings. Hopefully one more hits the Demolisher, one more hits the Demolisher. Oh, that's good. Hang off the Demolisher. Did I play the Kobold Geomancer? I think so. Gotta get some bodies on the board. Alright. Well, those Knife Jugglers hit places. So now the mirror images stop him from being able to kill my real cards. And then I've got, assuming he has no removal, 6, 11, 13 damage. I want him to play like one really big thing so I can polymorph it. If he plays a bunch of little stuff, or if he spends his turn removing my board, I will be really, really screwed.
Charge forward. Back to work.
Cruel Taskmaster. Ah. So he's getting some damage through because this guy charges, unfortunately. Balls. Battle Rage for 2 cards is not the best Battle Rage ever, but that is annoying that he gets a card up. I really need him not to be able to do that. Please stop playing things. Oh my god, what are you doing? Stop playing things. Stop. Just stop. Stop. Bat, 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 bat. 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 Bat.
Back to work.
Another cool Taskmaster. No! Why? Ah, freaking ball sack. Christ. Oh, I don't think he used his Cruel Taskmasters correctly, because his Darkscale Healer ended up just killing my Azure Drake, which he could have done anyway. He could have used his Cruel Taskmasters to just straight up kill my Knife Juggler. That was kind of a bizarre move. Well, drop the Fen Creeper. Bring a knife. Face. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do here is throw the Kobold Geomancer away like this, and I'm going to see if the Fen Creeper holds up against the Cruel Taskmaster or not. He's got 4 cards to my 4 cards. Could you please play something big so I can polymorph it? Okay, thanks, bye. And as long as he doesn't do anything great, okay, so this is a 3-mana cycle. I don't particularly care about the life gain since I'm nowhere close to burning him out anyway, but he is back up to 26 health, which is a lot of health. Shield Slam, are you goddamn kidding me? Shield Slam, he actually got the Shield Block, Shield Slam combo, and another one of these. Man, he really loves these Warsong Commanders. Sickles! Alright, so at least I don't have to use my Polymorph on it, I can just... seriously, Shield Slam of all the goddamned things.
I hear you got a problem.
Well, I finally got my wish. I can polymorph that thing, but of course it's going to hit me for 7 damage first. This is pretty difficult. Harvest Golem, not the worst top deck, since he doesn't really want to run his assassin into it. But this game has been quite annoying. He has not done anything good at all. It's just I have not drawn my minions. And I keep drawing the stupid ice lands when it's useless, which is pretty much always.
For the crusade!
For the Crusader. Alright, that's fine. I'll take care of
My
that.
shield.
Oh no! Ah, that's annoying. Oh. Face. So, what has to happen here is I ping this off. With my golem, polymorph this. Shoot behind. So unless he gets a really good card here, this Acolyte will be good for 2 cards, which is huge, just absolutely humongous in this top deck war that we're having. He's got 28 health, so I'm really not gonna like burn him out anytime soon, or like ever really. But this being good for 2 cards is immense, just immense. Lord of Berserker, are you goddamn kidding me? Are you goddamn kidding me? I've already used both fireballs and a polymorph. I have no more answers to this. I just lose the game. This game. This freaking game. Defender of Argus, huh? Well, let's do it. Do this.
That minion already attacked.
Do I give it a thing? It'll just die.
My shield for Argus.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buff it up and ping it so I get an extra card. I don't have really any outs. I do actually have an out. I stand corrected. I have one out. Blizzard. Blizzard will freeze this ogre, and then I can ice lance it. Oh, Jesus, are you goddamn kidding me? Man, he top decked an ogre, and then he top decked a drake. That's just like so perfect, it hurts my soul. And of course he got a nice taunter here to stop my mana worm from doing any shenanigans. Jesus. Ah, this game is annoying. He's up to 30 health, so I can't burn him out at all. He's gonna give me my 3rd card off that Acolyte. Cone of Cold. Okay, that freezes, which is good. Very good. Mana Wraith. Alright. It's totally irrelevant. Where do I put the Cone of Cold? My outs are what? Flame Strike. I've got... Do I have 2? I have 2 Flame Strikes in here, don't I? Or 1? I have 2 or 1 Flame Strikes in here. So I need to get his stuff down in health. It's Cone of Cold here. Let's ping here. Ice Lance here. Okay, sure, I'll throw away the damage. Get some damage through it. Mana Wraith doesn't matter anymore. Okay, now I could just... You could just, like, not have the most amazing top deck in the history of Hearthstone just for, like, a single turn. That'd be great. And I need to get Flame Strike. Oh my god, that's annoying. So much health in this thing. Well, Flame Strike or bust. I think I have... Have I used a Flame Strike? I don't think I have. No, I've got a Frostbolt. Ball sack. Alright, well, what we're going to have to do here is... Frostbolt this... Ogre, I think. Well, hang on a minute. Do I have to do that? I could Frostbolt this. Ping it. Wraith. Oh, unfortunately I can't kill this Azure Drake without throwing away a Mana Worm. I don't want to throw away a Mana Worm is the problem. This Fen Creeper is big enough that it kills all my stuff. Shoot. Alright. Let's do this. Let's ping here. Why did I ping that? There was no point in pinging that. Shoot. I don't think I played that turn correctly. I'm sorry guys. I don't know what I was doing there, but I really didn't do that right. So maybe I just had like the wrong cards. Drake now can kill something. Gonna hit my face. Oh, that's not good. He's going for my face. Well, I gotta get my Flame Strike. I know I've got 1 or 2 Flame Strikes in here. I don't think I've used a Flame Strike this game, have I? Mirror Entity, no, that's not the card that... That's not the card that I need. Well, I have to use this Mana Worm now to kill that. and I have to ping that. Kill that. Fortunately, I can't quite kill that Drake. So he's gonna get me down to 4 health, and then like a bajillion things will kill me.
We must
Shattered
cleanse
Sun
the
Cleric.
sun.
So of course I get a Mirror Entity, and of course when I do, he plays a friggin' Shattered Sun Cleric. We're done with the Ogres and the Fen Creepers, it's Shattered Sun Cleric time. That's great. Well, he's going for the face, so he seems to have a lot of outs for killing me. He's got 3 cards left. I have 6 cards left. Actually, he might lose to Fatigue if he's not careful. So let's play this. We don't have any choice here. We have to kill all of his stuff. So the question is one of his 3 cards, you know, a weapon or a charging creature? This guy seems to be a pretty good player, so I bet he does have a card left in his deck that will kill me. I think don't I have 2 Flame Strikes in here, or am I going crazy? Maybe I have 1, but Flame Strike is buried in my deck. Oh no, yep, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, interesting. He should have hit my face. That was a mistake. He should have just hit my face. Well, now if I draw removal for this, and then I will be able to hold out.
Well played.
God, that game sucked. I really think that was just terrible luck. I mean, there were some turns where I didn't quite play things correctly, perhaps, but man. I got all these minions at the end that were just garbage. He had a string of top decks that were like the perfect minions to play, and then at the end when he got trash minions, it didn't matter because I was already screwed. So that was a pretty unfortunate game, but it happens. It happens. Sometimes you will lose to bad luck, and sometimes you'll win to good luck, just like I probably won a couple of games earlier today to good luck. Well, here's my game that I lost to bad luck. As long as that keeps up in a 3-to-1 ratio, we'll have a 9-win run, and everybody will be happy except for the people that I beat. Neuroshocked the Priest. Well, as I often say, Priest is, I think, the best counter to Mage. We'll keep my excellent 3-drops here, and if it's slow, we'll play the Acolyte on turn 2 with the coin. If it's fast, if he's doing fast stuff, we'll play the Golem on turn 2 with the coin, or I may even Frostbolt on turn 2 without the coin. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. No Northshire Cleric. Hey, it's a game late Flame Strike. Friggin', man, if I had gotten one of my Flame Strikes, and I seriously can't remember if I used one or not, but if I'd gotten one, that would have been pretty friggin' good. Alright, what I'm going to do here is a bit of an unorthodox move. I am just going to go ahead and play the Golem. You might say, Boris, why aren't you just Frostbolting this? Well, the Golem will kill it, and they'll have card advantage. Now, of course, you can play a 4-drop early, but I do have an answer to 4-drops with this Fireball. So I feel like it was a worthwhile risk. And it turns out that this was a bluff. He didn't even have anything. He just had a Thought Stole. So he goes up a card. Plays, what is this, a Silence? Is he playing a Silence for 0 mana? On my Golem.
In the light's name.
There's a Light Warden. Oh, right. He can play 1-mana minions. Light Warden. Oh, God. Who plays Light Warden? Okay, we're going to go ahead and play the Acolyte. Kill the Access Summoner, so we're a card ahead. Got a Light Warden here. Of course, to be able to buff this, he's going to have to heal my face, which is hilarious. And that means he's not playing a 4-drop. So things are just all kinds of going wrong here. Maybe the best move is just to throw the Light Warden at the Golem so I can't get extra cards. That's what he decides to do. Not a bad play. Now he's got a 4-drop that he could play. What is it going to be? That's not a 4-drop. That's just junk. The Blue Warrior. Okay, so he's going to kill my damaged Golem with it. Yeah. So he's stopping me from getting cards off my Acolyte, which is totally fair. Once again, I seem to have a poor proportion of cards. I am, however, going to ping my own Acolyte for the extra card there. And I should have actually done that before committing the Blue Warrior to the board. Luckily, I just drew Fen Creeper. Do I have too many spells? I don't feel like I had too many spells, but maybe I do. Well, he's got 6 cards to my 8, so... And he can't get any card advantage via the board. This is good for another card unless he Shadow Word Pains it. So I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, especially after play Fen Creeper. He's going to Holy Nova, which is okay. That gets him a kill on my Blue Warrior, but it gives me a card off the Acolyte, so I'm fine with this. Alright. Let's hang on to that Mana Worm and play Fen Creeper, see if he's got a Shadow Word Pain for it. Temple Enforcer! Alright, well, that's why God invented fireballs. Speaking of which. Okay, let's just keep it simple, keep it safe. We'll play Mana Worm. Play Leper Gnome. Fireball that. This guy's still hiding. We hit him in the face. Nothing else we can do. I mean, I could have Flame Struck or something, but that's... Or, sorry, I could have Blizzarded with 6 mana, but that wouldn't have put minions on the board. So I feel like I'm in way ahead of shape here. He's got 6 cards to my 8, and I'm just doing great on the board. Plays a War Golem. Well, I think that's the cause for Fireball number 2. That's how it goes. This is why God invented Fireballs. Definitely not an old saying at all. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit him in the face a bunch. So I've used my 2 Fireballs, so that means my burn potential is diminished. But observe, I have Frostbolt and Ice Lance. That is 7 damage. So he's basically at 11 health here.
Get behind me.
Alright, now that he played this awful 5-drop, now is when we Flame Strike. And he's still keeping this guy hidden, which is not necessarily a bad move. It's just not working out very well for him, because boom. Flame Strike, Mana Worm, despite being played very late in the game, is quite the menace now. Remember, this Leper Gnome is good for 2 damage at some point as well. So he's dead next turn, if he doesn't stop my shenanigans. That's definitely the farthest thing in the universe from stopping them. He couldn't even give it taunt because it's stealthy. And that's the game. So one important thing when you are in these situations, which is 379, is you want to use your spells first, so your Mana Worm gets buffed. We're going to hit him in the face. Played some pretty easy win. Well, it looks like going into the loser's bracket did wonders for my deck quality and confidence. But you can see there I had plenty of creatures to play, so really just had awful card draws in that warrior game. And that's what cost it for me, I think. I'm sure there's someone watching me who's like, no, you actually played terribly, Boris, you suck at this game. And that's fine. But, you know, in my limited understanding, that is what I currently think. Is that bad luck lost me the game against the warrior. And good luck won me some games against those mages, so it kind of was gone both ways. Like I said, I'm not necessarily bitter about it. That's just what I think is the case, for those of you watching and listening to my commentary. Hunter! Alright. MCNN the Hunter. I generally like being a mage against hunters because you can do things like play creatures and they live, whereas if they play creatures, the creatures die. And, you know, your hero ability, while it takes twice as long to kill the opponent if you're going at the face, you kind of get the best of both worlds going on, where you can hit the face and control the board, whereas he only hits the face. And I like that a lot. Let's see if he's got a turn 1 play for me to deal with. It's a huge difference. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, it could be a nuisance, sure, but it's not killing my stuff, which is what's important. If he steady shots here, then this guy is just going to die. Let's see if he's got anything better than a steady shot. Okay. Well, it's interesting in Hearthstone how little information you need sometimes to be able to tell that someone's a bad player. Playing the Buzzard here is a bad play. You could say, well, Boris, but it was tempo. You ended up killing instead of playing a creature, but a Buzzard's not worth giving up tempo because it has so much game-changing potential kept in your hand that you really need to save it. So now if he has Unleash the Hounds or really any beasts, then the Buzzard is just not there to give him tons of cards. Okay, let's see if this is a Freezing Trap or a Snake Trap. Please be Freezing Trap. Okay, good. So the Leper Gnome goes back into my hand. Big whoopity whoop whoop. I could play the Geomancer, Coin Frostbolt, but that seems pretty pointless. I could actually play Geomancer and then use Cone of Cold next turn for 2 damage across the board, but let's just keep it simple here. Let's just play the Golem. That should take out the Shield Bearer. So now I'm ahead a couple of cards. I killed the Buzzard. The Freezing Trap was a card down because the Leper Gnome is in my hand. It's still alive. And then I'm about to kill this Shield Bearer probably, and that's another card down for him. So he's just, what is the word? Dwindling cards? No. Sinking cards? Hemorrhaging. Hemorrhaging is the word. He's hemorrhaging cards. That's what he's doing. Oh, I'm so excited that I remembered that. Anyway, let's go ahead and Frostbolt this. Brutal Warrior. Let me kill that shit there. So I am 3 cards ahead now. And it kind of shows. Even if you don't count my coin, I've got 7 cards to his 4. So just fighting fairly, I should win this game unless ridiculous things start happening now. Look at all these creatures I can play. See? Creatures. I have creatures, people. I have friggin' creatures. And Cone of Cold with Kobold Geomancer from turn 6 onward, or even turn 5 if I want to use the coin, will be a big deal. Alrighty. MCNN the Hunter, not playing very well.
One shot.
Elven Archer. I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. Gets the pig, which is good luck for me. Alright. I'm just gonna cash out the golem, kill the pig. King the Elven Archer. Replay the leper gnome. Done. I don't see any reason to do anything fancy this game. I'm way at a high health total. There's no way in the universe he could burn me down. I've got some removal potential. I've got some defense in case he plays any big stuff. I really just don't see how I can possibly lose this unless he draws a bazillion cards or plays a bazillion big creatures back to back. Kill command on Leper Gnome is very pathetic. I'm happy to see that. That's my first damage that I actually dealt to him, and he's going to steady shot. Okay, this is good. Kill command would have been good against Sunwalker, but it doesn't have it anymore, so we're going to do Sunwalker, Texas Ranger. Get protection from charge creatures, not that I necessarily need it. Hit him in the face. The golem is giving me protection against deadly shots. If he had a deadly shot, he'd probably have to take it anyway, just to try to do something here. Got both my spell damage creatures, so Frostbolt and Cone of Cold could be really, really good. He's going to unleash some hounds without a buzzard, so he doesn't get any cards out of the deal. If he has another kill command, he could actually kill my Sunwalker, using one hound to pop the Divine Shield, and then a kill command to kill the Sunwalker with the help of the other hound. No kill command, however. Use kill command on the Leper Gnome. Hunter's Mark. Okay, so he's going to use Unleash the Hounds and Hunter's Mark. All that really achieved is killing my Sunwalker, which is pretty fine. So you can see that his card hemorrhaging has led to some problems. Because he's pretty much completely out of cards now. Alrighty. Well, let's play the Geomancer. Now we have 8 plus 5 is 13 damage from these two cards. He's actually, I think, dead next turn, isn't he? No, he's not quite dead next turn. Not quite, but close. Well, see, this is... Oh, never mind. Multi-shot kills some stuff. Yeah. That would have been... See, 8 plus 5, 13. I had 4, 6, 8. 13 plus 8 is 21 damage, 22 damage. Yeah, I couldn't quite kill him. Play Fen Creeper.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay, I believe he's now dead next turn because this is 11 damage, and I've got 8 damage here for sure. So it's all over, unless he can drop some taunts. Starting buzzard number 2 comes down the pike hole, and what has he got with it? A Sea Giant. Well, Unleash the Hounds would have been good there. As it is, he loses the game, and that's totally fine. He forgot that a Sea Giant apparently is not a beast. I don't understand. Anyway, this opponent didn't have a good deck and didn't really do anything. I do not say this bitterly or disparagingly. Just that, you know, seems like a good guy. He says well played. His deck actually wasn't even that bad. I mean, he had decent cards. He had all the removal. He had Unleashed the Hounds. Just that buzzard on turn 2 was, as they say, didn't quite hit the mark. And he never got off the ground. Observe how important that Leper Gnome was for me establishing a foothold in the game. Dan the Priest. I wonder if it's my friend Dan. No, it definitely isn't my friend Dan. He would never name himself this way. That's so lame. Ugh. Disgusting. Well, let's mulligan that Flame Strike. Hey, Mana Worm. Haven't had a turn 1 Mana Worm so far in this run. We've got our 1-2-3 curve, and it's not the greatest because I don't have any spells to buff the Mana Worm with. Oh, never mind. Mana Worm Frostbolt is such a great opener. Frostbolt will kill just about anything, and then your Mana Worm gets buffed and starts a-whacking. I'd rather, though, he passed the turn, to be totally honest. I'd rather put the Berserker down. Yeah, that's better. Put down the Berserker. Best 2-drop in the game. Start a-whacking. And now, Frostbolt will still kill just about anything, but I've also got this Berserker on the field. Of course, I'd rather if you just pass the turn here than I could play my Acolyte down. You know, as long as he wants to not do things, I'm fine with it. Please don't be a Scarlet Crusader or a Harvest Golem. Panther. Oh, jeez, it's actually a really good card. Holy ballsack Christ. Well, that sucks. That Panther's actually shockingly good because it'll kill my Mana Worm. I could have Frostbolted his face to grow the Mana Worm, but that seemed a bit silly. Let him kill my Mana Worm. It's fine. And then I can, you know, do stuff. He might actually choose to kill the Acolyte instead to stop me from getting extra cards out of it. Power Word Shield. Oh, jeez, this is getting uglier and uglier. Holy ballsack Christ. He's actually going to kill the Berserker and then heal his guy. I see. Huh. Well, you know what they say about desperate times. That's worth polymorphing. Because it gives me an extra card off the Acolyte. And it buffs up my mana worm. So this is kind of going the opposite of the hunter. I'm the one hemorrhaging cards here. He's got 7 cards to my 6. Okay, it's not exactly hemorrhaging. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but it's a little bit risky. I can deal 4 damage with Frostbolt and Geomancer. And then a 5th damage might be necessary. Shadow Madness. Oh, jeez. So he's going to get the card off this Acolyte. Gah! Shadow Madnessing an Acolyte is so obnoxious. Oh, Jesus. Friggin' hell nuts. Okay, I am knowingly going right into Holy Nova. The reason for that is, when you're behind, you gotta take risks. What are the odds he has a Holy Nova? Pretty damn good. But I have to go for it. I can't afford to keep those guys in reserve to play around Holy Nova. Please don't have a Holy Nova. He doesn't have a Holy Nova, he has a Holy Smite. Okay, no Holy Nova. What do you think is the most important target? A Knife Juggler? Okay. Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh my god. I've played with Shadow Madness so many times, and like, it's just like almost never good. He plays 2 Shadow Madnesses, both of which are gold money cash dollars. Are you goddamn kidding me? Well, now I'm really screwed. We've got these 2 Flame Strikes which do nothing. There's no way he's going to play enough minions for them to actually matter. A Shadow Madness, are you... God, Jesus, ballsack Christ. Dan? I hate you. Oh, and he gets a Flame Strike or a Frostbolt with Mind Vision. He's not even playing correctly. He should have done that first in case he had something better than the Tiger to play. So I'm going to Flame Strike with spell damage to kill that Tiger off. This Geomancer's going to have to go all the way over to the distance. And even though he's a priest and can heal himself, the only way I can win is to burn him out. Got 2 fireballs in this deck. Going to have to draw them both. Going to have to use them both against his face and kill him. That's the only way I can win this game. Another Panther. Alright, well, you know what it's time for. Flame Strike number 2. I mean, I could Frostbolt this, but again, we have to go to our outs here. So yeah, Flame Strike. Geomancer has helped 2 Flame Strikes already be quite critically good. Got a Blizzard here. So this Geomancer is going to, you know, ping my opponent down very, very, very slowly. Ice Lance would be really good with Frostbolt. That would be a 9 damage combo. Boulder Fist Ogre. Okay, no problem. Want to play another card? No, don't heal yourself. Play more cards. Lame. Alright, well, we're doing it. We're completely committed to this plan. Ooh, Mirror Image. Okay, we're going to hang on to that Blizzard. Gonna hang on to it. Gonna hang on to it. We're going to hope that those Mirror Images hold out against his Boulder Fist Ogre. I mean, I've got 6 damage here. Plus 4 is 10 damage. I can get really, really close if he doesn't have a Holy Nova for 1 more turn. Please don't have a Holy Nova. Please don't have a Holy Nova. Please, please, please don't have a Holy Nova. If he uses the Boulder Fist Ogre to attack the Mirror Image, I know he doesn't have a Holy Nova. Oh, he stole. Oh, right, he had a Flame Strike. Of course I should have known that. He Mind Visioned. Shit. Well, this is bad. So he draws a card. Hits me in the face for 6. He didn't play any more minions for me to Blizzard up. Leper Gnome. Oh, God. Is it worth Blizzarding this Ogre to stop him from killing Leper Gnome so Leper Gnome can get more damage through? Nope, I don't think it is. I think I should wait for him to play more minions and then get more out of Blizzard while waiting to draw my fireballs. Every turn that goes by that he heals himself, I'm farther and farther away from winning. Leper Gnome here. I'll kill Leper Gnome, it's fine.
Is someone injured?
Play another trick. He's going to heal the Ogre for a card. Let's see. He is going to heal the Ogre for a card. He couldn't resist the lure of the card. He's going to do that for another card. Well, yeah. I have to top deck my fireballs back to back, or else it's over.
Drink with me, friend.
Panda. Oh, God, what's he pandaing? Oh, that? For more cards? Okay, fine. Yeah, well, clearly the only way I can win is if I top deck fireballs back to back and also get an Ice Lance at some point in there. Mirror Entity. More like Mirror Non-Entity, am I right? That's well, let's Blizzard up. Hang his face. Oh, I should have played. Jesus, for some reason I had enough. I thought I had enough mana to play Mirror Entity. That was a big mistake. I should have played Mirror Entity instead of pinging his face. I like to keep his minions around so he's going to be tempted to heal his minions and draw cards instead of healing his face. But no, he's going to heal his stupid face and play Holy Nova to heal his stupid face some more and get 2 cards. That's a well played.
Well played.
Oh, Jesus, butternut squad, Christ. Well, at least I don't waste the Mirror Entity, I suppose. Frostbolt. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna shoot 1 Frostbolt at his face, but not the other one, because that way if I get Ice Lance, I can use Ice Lance against his face thanks to the Frostbolt's help. It's still a very long shot here, because I'm gonna need to get some cards. Google Warrior, very clever move to ferret out my Mirror Entity. Well played.
Well played.
Oh, and then he plays his Cabal Shadow Priest to steal it. Are you goddamn kidding me? This is so freaking idiotic. I think what annoys me most about this game is that he used 2 Shadow Madnesses and they were like amazingly good when that card is normally just has the potential to be good but isn't actually that good. I've already used both Flame Strikes and my Blizzard, so I have no mass removal. No one card that I draw could do anything. That was a load of horse shit! And we lose the game to Dan the Priest. Ah, god damn it. That game was so dumb! I would almost have rather just gotten crushed by like someone who, you know, whatever, played good cards or something than losing to friggin' Shadow Madness. 2 of them! Who plays with 2 Shadow Madnesses? Jesus Christ. Roguey dogie dogie. Calum the Rogue. So we're fighting for the arena life at 5 wins. So this deck was, you know, it was solid if I made it to 5 wins. I don't want to keep 2 3-drops against Priest when I'm the first player, so I'm mulligan away the Mind Control attack. And we get the Blue Glue Warrior, which could be good. Could kill something. Of course, the Eternal Fear is coin, defy a string leader, but ooh, we got a Leper Gnome, which is very nice. So if she does coin defy a string leader, that means that I'll be able to kill the Bandit with the Leper Gnome and ping the... I'll be able to kill the Ringleader with the Gnome and ping the Bandit. She could coin into the Dagger here. That's always the question. Is it worth coining into the Dagger? I think generally not. She, in fact, will just play her own Leper Gnome, which is totally fair. Alright. This is tricky. Do I ping it? Okay, hit her in the face. She'll then make a Dagger. I'll play the Acolyte after that. Or I could play Knife Juggler, trade Leper Gnomes. That I know go up a card, but I get a Knife Juggler on the board. How valuable is the Knife Juggler? Not that valuable. We'll just kill this off. So if she makes a Dagger and hits the Leper Gnome, she's going to go down to 24 health, which is pretty low, actually. She's down to 22. Down to 19 with the Frostbolt already. Ah, she's going to play an SI Agent. God, the amount of times that I've been SI Agented is so high with the coin. Unbelievable how often people get that combo off against me. I guess it's not that unlikely, but it is a rare and they have to be second and they have to draw it. So, like, kind of ridiculous that it keeps on happening. Come on, play your SI Agent. You know you want to. Come on. Doggy boggy 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 boggy. Come on, what are you waiting for? Oh, does she actually not have the SI Agent? She played the coin so confidently. No, she just has a Demolisher of all things. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play the perfect answer to Demolisher, which is Acolyte of Pain. The reason that's perfect is that if the Demolisher is the Acolyte, I get an extra card, which is exactly what happens. Lovely doubly. There's Ice Lance. Thanks for coming up a game late, you jerk. But now the Demolisher can kill the Leper Gnome. She's going to go down to 24 health. She can then dagger down my Acolyte, but I get an extra card out of that, so I feel like that's alright. I feel like I'm coming out okay here. It's unfortunate, though, that I'm going to have to use my next turn Frostbolting and pinging this Demolisher before I can play any of my minions. Or maybe I will just play the Knife Juggler and the Berserker, but then the Demolisher threatening to kill them, doesn't seem that great. I can play Demolisher, Blue Glue Warrior to finish the Demolisher off. Knife Juggler, Blue Glue Warrior. That might be the best way to go. Yes, I think that's what I shall do. Of course, she has a whole turn to do stuff here, so who knows what's going to happen now.
I wonder.
Let the
She decides to counter Acolytes, her own Acolyte, and she's going to actually kill my Acolyte with the Demolisher instead of the Leopard. So, well, the Knife Juggler now is not as tempting of a play, of course, because this Acolyte is here. I don't actually have a good answer to the Acolyte, to be honest with you. So we're going to go for it. Wait, oh, this thing's at 3 health, not at 2. Well, we'll see. Hopefully it's the Demolisher, not the Acolyte. That was fortunate, so we'll just throw the Leper Gnome at this to stop it from flinging any more barrels, and hit her in the face. Alright, so I got 2 cards off my Acolyte, but she'll get 2 cards off of hers. She'll kill the Blue Glue Warrior. See if she has a good answer for the Knife Juggler or not. That's the main question now. Observe that I have a lot of burn potential. This is 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13 damage. If I can deal 9 more damage to her, I'll win. So if the Knife Juggler can just attack a couple of times, I'll be in good shape. And she's only got 4 mana. We're pretty early in the game.
We must
Hearthstone Cleric is very obnoxious because that'll actually give her 2 cards off this Acolyte. And it'll kill the Knife Juggler instead of killing the Blue-Girl Warrior. Is she going to kill the Blue-Girl Warrior with a backstab? She's holding a card like it's a backstab. Is she going to play a backstab to kill the Blue-Girl Warrior? The answer is... She can't make a dagger. That was 3 mana. Dad? What are you doing? Stop. Shadow Step. Oh. What the heck? I don't think that's right at all. That's not right at all. Why would you do that? That makes no sense. I mean, yes, you get some extra cards out of it, but you're spending your Shadow Step. Weird. Okay, well, what I'm going to do here, then, is hit her in the face, because I'm threatening to kill her. I mean, I've got, again, 7 plus 6 is 13 damage, so I just need 7 more damage, and it's all over. And my hero ability can help out. Right now, though, is not the time to use the hero ability. I'm going to blow the Mind Control tech and the Mana Wraith to stop her from playing 5 drops unless she wants to use the Shadow Sun Cleric to kill this. But if she uses the Shadow Sun Cleric to kill the Mana Wraith, she's not killing the Mind Control tech, and this 3 damage could make all the difference in the world. She could dagger an Acolyte to kill the Mana Wraith, but really I just want her not to play any 4 or 5 drops, which is what I have achieved. So she's going to get a card. It's fine. She can use a Cleric now to kill the Mind Control attack, but she does take 2 damage from this Mana Wraith, which is critical. Every point of damage counts. She needs 5 more damage to win the game. 2 of it's going to come from this Blue-Girl Warrior unless she has a backstab, but she didn't have one last time. She have a Shiv. No, she's a Raging Worgen. Okay, perfect. This is great. Flame Strike. So if I play the Berserker, the Worgen can actually kill all my shit. Is it worth it to hit her in the face? Down to 16. 6 plus 7 is 13. God. You know what? We're going to just do this.
It's time for a little blood.
She is 2 damage away from dying. And I can clear her board with Flame Strike. If she uses the Worgen to kill both my things, that's okay. I've got lots of health. I just want to keep my health high, give myself maximum amount of time to find my other Fireball or my other Frostbolt. Alright, that's unfortunate that the Knife Juggler actually got to hit my thing. Well, this is alright. This is pretty okay. I do need to think. Do I Flame Strike here, or do I Knife Juggler and ping that off? That's Flame Strike. Not the greatest Flame Strike. It kills 2 cards, leaves 1 damage, and the Acolyte for her draws a card. But again, I just need my other Frostbolt or Fireball, and the game is over.
I hear you got a problem.
Okay, that's a little scary. It's a little bit scary, for sure. Fen Creeper is a godsend, so we're gonna do this. Play Fen Creeper. The one problem with this move is that it, stops me from pinging her face. If I'd pinged her face, I'd be 1 turn away from winning. But I feel like it was worth it to stop her from dealing damage to me, because if this hit me for 7 damage and I went down to 14, I'd be in trouble. Okay, she is going to assassinate that. Shit. Oh, no. Now the Oasis Snapjaw kills my Knife Juggler. She hits me for 7 damage. Crap. Crappity crap crap. Man. It's risky, but I'm gonna do this. Yeah, because next turn, I actually have enough mana. Fireball, Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Ping, and that is 14 damage. On the nose. If she has an Assassinate, she's still not going to kill me. She has to Assassinate and life gain to not lose the game. I'm definitely cutting it a little bit close, but I feel like I made a pretty fair choice here of going for the Burnout victory. So the sap is whatever. As long as she doesn't life gain, I win the game.
Behold,
Roman Champion, 13 damage. Oh my god, I'm down to 1 health. Well, my opponent's about to be very angry. Unless she has a preparation shiv, the game is over. Frostbolt, Ice Lance, Fireball. I don't know why she's saying thank you. Calum the Rogue. Definitely got a little lucky there. That could have been bad, but then she was lucky too with like Great Assassin and Assassinate and Sap. So whatever, luck went both ways in that game. I was just a better player, clearly. My friend Dan gently chided me in one of my arena runs when I said that I thought I was unlucky. He said, my own stance is that whenever I lose the game and my opponent had 1 health, I automatically assume that I must have made a mistake somewhere. So I will use that philosophy here. I ended the game at 1 health, so let's just assume that Caleb made a mistake somewhere and that I was the better player. Here we are at 6-2. I was looking at my stats recently, and when I'm at 6 wins, I make it to 7, like something like 63% of the time. So more than half the time, significantly more, I'd say. I make it up to 7 in this situation, but I definitely failed enough. Alrighty, I'm gonna mulligan the fireball. Keep the rest. Ooh, Mana Worm Coin Mirror Image, good times. So again, as I've said before, you don't necessarily need to play Mana Worm Coin Mirror Image on turn 1. The only thing that really does is it stops certain things like Fiery War Axes and Heroic Strikes. Basically other like attacking kind of removal from killing your mirror image right away. Or like Bluegill Warrior Moonfire or something. But see, if you just wait a little bit, then you don't need to use your coin at all. Oh my god, I can play 2 mirror images? Okay, is this actually worth it? Is this worth it to play them both? Sure. Why not, right? Hit him in the face. So we'll try to use the Apprentice to kill the ooze, and the Mana Worm, we'll see how far that can go before it gets eaten by a raft. The answer is not very far in this latest. Well, I think those mirror images are still pretty good. We're gonna just go for the burnout victory here. That's how my deck likes to play. So far, I've got all my 2 Frostbolts, 2 Fireballs still in the deck. An Ice Lance is in there somewhere. I might throwing down some cards to stop my opponent from doing so. He's got an Ogre Magi, huh? That's a little bit scary. No, that's a bit scary. Because it means if he swipes, I just get decimated. Okay, what we'll do then is I'm going to coin into the Azure Drake. Frostbolt, okay. But I am going to use my Sorcerer's Apprentice to kill that Ogre Magi. We're going to hit him in the face. So these mirror images still, you know, stopping him from doing stuff. We have 7 damage here, which is a lot of damage, down to 13. So basically once I draw my fireballs, it's going to be end of game. Is the hope anyway. Okay, do I take a moment to kill this off? I'm gonna kill that. Yes. We're gonna pick his face. Every point of damage matters. And I'm gonna see if I can frostbolt my way to victory here. Oh, you know, I should have frostbolted last turn. That would have stopped him from shapeshifting. Anyway, it doesn't matter because he didn't shapeshift regardless. Good. So this is actually really nice now. There's Fireball. Okay. Hang on. This is actually 7 plus 4 is 11 damage. Well, because of the Sunwalker, I am unable to kill right here. Let's do this. Get the Leper Gnome in there. The Leper Gnome still deals 2 damage. Important. Hit him for that much damage. Okay, now he's in a lot of trouble because Fireball plus Frostbolt, even without the spell damage, is 9 damage. That'll kill him. Okay, that's obviously not going to do anything unless he has a Sun-Free Protector, which is still not going to do anything. Okay, so he's actually just dead to my creatures. I didn't even need my spells. Well, that was kind of an educational game, I think. If you wanted to see an example of, you know, using Mirror Image to fuel an aggro victory, then this is a good game for that. And also goes to show that you don't need to necessarily play Mana Worm Coin Mirror Image on turn 1 just because you have Mana Worm and Mirror Images in our second. You can just wait and play the Mirror Image later. There was a game recently where I was like, I'm not going to play the mirror image just in case, and I'm going to let him, like, whatever, have his out, and he actually had his out. I forget what it was, if it was like a Deadly Poison, with a rogue with Deadly Poison, or maybe it was like a warrior with a weapon. I don't remember exactly, but it happened, and then I died. My Mana Worm died because I didn't play mirror image to protect it. But in that game, I saved my mirror image, I saved my coin. The coin was really useful because it got me an Azure Drake out earlier, and just that being a 4/4 body enabled me to just beat him down enough that I could kill him with my spells. Although I didn't even need the spells, I just killed him with my 4 power and my 3 power creatures because he had no removal. Other than the Wrath from my Mana Worm. Not the greatest opening hand. I mean, the Mana Worm's a good card, but I don't have any protection for it. It'll just die to a 3-2. I don't have anything. And then this is a 2-drop I don't really want to play on turn 2. Mana Worm and Mirror Image, huh? Well, against a Hunter, it's a bit scary, of course, because of Unleash the Hounds, but I'll still play it on turn 2 if he doesn't give me something to Fire Blast on turn 1. Dark H2O, Dark Water. What does that mean? I don't know. So do I play the Mirror Image? No, I think we'll play the Geomancer here. Even though it's not my favorite thing to play on turn 2, it is still a 2-2 body, and I will still use it to kill, like a, you know, 3-2. Or maybe I'll just play Mirror Image, let the 3-2 sit, and hit him for 3 damage. Or 4 damage after the Mirror Image comes down.
Bring me steel.
Swordsmith. Huh. Alright. I will do this. I'm gonna fuck that. I'm gonna ping this guy. I am gonna kill him with my Geomancer. I feel like getting that off the board is worth 2 less damage to his face. This is an important turn for him because while this may look like a pretty innocent board, things are going to get out of control very quickly. It's a Leok. That is worth using a Frostbolt on, even though I'd like to send that Frostbolt at his face. It is worth using a Frostbolt on. Cool thing is, the Frostbolt's spell damage be enhanced by that Geomancer, so the Geomancer actually was helpful after all. And Orm's such a dumb card sometimes, dealing a ridiculous amount of damage for a 1-drop. So, in the olden days, you could play Buzzard Hounds here. But he can't now, or he hasn't used his coin yet. I keep forgetting about that. Well, if he has the coin, he can play Buzzard Hounds, draw 4 cards, and kill both with Mirror Images. And then I'm a bunch of turns away from Flame Strike, which is sad. But, multi-shot? What's it gonna... Oh my god! Ah, that wasn't good. That was an insanely lucky multi-shot. Holy crap, are you kidding me? Wow, well if I lose the game, it will be entirely because that multi-shot, what was that, 1.5? That'd be 1 in 6 odds to kill my 2 attacking creatures. And it stops me from doing damage. Because Fireball would have been 6 damage, he's at 14 health, just a little bit more damage and it would have been over. Oh my god, are you friggin' kidding me? Unbelievable. Well, the game is still going on. I could still get this. If he has a Deadly Shot, now I'm really screwed because the pig will kill the Mirror Image, Deadly Shot will kill my Sunwalker, but so be it. So freaking be it. We're going to play this anyway, see if he has a Deadly Shot or not. I do have now 6 plus 3 is 9 damage, is 11 health, and I've got board clears out the butthole. So if this thing can just hit a couple of times, I will win. Well, a couple is a bit of an exaggeration, but if it can hit a few times. Actually, a couple, let's see, a couple will take him down to 12. You know, this is 9 down to 3, so that plus pinging him 3 times, or drawing my other Fireball. I've already used my other Frostbolt, or my Ice Lance, yeah. So if I draw my Ice Lance or Fireball, and I hit him with twice with a Sunwalker, then I'll win. Does he have Deadly Shot within 7 cards? That's the question.
Do you like to play with fire?
He's gonna coin to ping off the Divine Shield. That means he's gonna kill Command, I presume, to kill the Sunwalker. Dark Iron Dwarf. Let's see. So he just basically wanted to kill my Sunwalker. Fair enough. Fair enough. Question is, do I Flame Strike here? Well. I'll take a little risk. I'm gonna ping his face. And I'm gonna Fireball him. This commits me to trying to burn him out for the win. But I'm gonna gamble that he doesn't have anything big. So I'll be able to just Flame Strike his board to clear it out, then Blizzard his board to freeze everything. And I've got enough health that he's not gonna be able to steady shot me to death while I wait to get out to my other Fireball. So with Frostbolt, he's down to 10, so it's still a lot of health. But again, if I can just drag the game out with my Flame Strike, Blizzard, and Cone of Cold to get my other Fireball, or just, you know, a minion and have that minion stick on the board, should be okay. He probably figures that since I spent my turn fireballing his face, I've got the mass removal. Is he going to play more minions? That's the question.
Get
He
behind
chooses to play that, which is perfect because it dies to Flame Strike. Do I use Flame Strike or do I use Cone of Cold? Well, let's use Cone of Cold. The reason I'm going to use Cone of Cold here is it allows me to send the other fireball at his face.
Job's done.
Now the Frostbolt, and he's down to 4 health. And he'll be dead to a few Fire Blasts. And I can stall for a good long while with Blizzard and Flame Strike. So it's not maybe the most elegant, as they say, it's not the cleanest kill. Please don't be the pig. Thank you. It's not the cleanest kill I've ever had, but I am basically at this point strategizing to kill him with Fire Blast. Don't be the pig. Thank you. 4 Fire Blasts is how I'm going to try to win this game. I still have Ice Lance, which will win the game for me. Polymorph for some nice insurance. So there's 1 ping that I need. And again, I've got Ice Lance. 18 cards in the deck is a lot of cards, but I can get Ice Lance. Do I have any charge creatures? I think this is not the game where I used Bluegill Warrior. So I have Bluegill Warrior that can save some time. Acolyte of Pain for cards would be nice. Alright, Houndmaster with no beasts. That's great. Steady shot. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what I got here. Monty Berserker, good. So we're gonna Blizzard his team. Berserker threatening his face. So now the Berserker will win the game, even without the Frostbolt, I can ping the Berserker to enrage at swing for 5. So he has to have Taunt or Life Gain, but Taunt's not good enough because I can polymorph the Taunt. What he really wants is removal for this or silence for one of his creatures to undo the freeze and then kill the Berserker that way. But I'm threatening the kill right here, and he shouldn't be able to kill me. So he's in a bit of a desperate situation. I have to admit, it's lucky that I drew my fireballs, but I think I had enough horrifically bad luck against the warrior and the mage and the priest who beat me. It's okay to have a little bit of good luck here. Unleash the Hounds for a single hound. It's not the most impressive Unleash the Hounds I've ever seen, but it keeps him alive. So I applaud his play. Alright, Acolyte of Pain. Now what I'm going to do here is a little bit risky. I'm actually just going to ping his face. The reason is, I don't think he can kill me. These guys deal 7 damage, so I'm down to 9 health. Steady Shot and I'm down to 7. It's possible, but not likely, that he can deal 7 damage with 2 cards. Possible, but not likely, like a Reckless Rocketeer Arcane Shot or something like that. But I think that that small risk is worth taking, so that I can Frostbolt ping him to death next turn. Ice Lance gives me some insurance, so now Life Gain will no longer save him because I can deal way too much damage. He's not killing me. Hunters can't block spells. That would have been a good thing to put Taunt on. But anyway, I don't even need the Ice Lance. That would be a bit bad-mannered. So this was actually, there's quite a few games in this arena where I was able to win thanks to the fact that the Mage's hero ability can target the face. Although, whereas I used to be of the opinion that Fire Blast should not be able to target the face, no longer am I of that opinion, and I swear that's not just because I'm winning games off of it. I really think that Mages would be underpowered if Fire Blast was minion only. And constructed Mages are already not very powerful. And in the arena, I don't know, Mages are pretty good, but they're not even like my best class. According to global statistics, it does seem that Mages do pretty well, but so do Paladins. And I don't think it's at an excessive degree. So I hope that, contrary to what I may have argued before, I hope that Mages do get to keep Fire Blast the way it is. Alright, not the greatest opening hand going first. I'd rather be going second with this. But we'll take it. The plan is Knife Juggler on turn 2, and a Sorcerer's Apprentice on turn 3. Ah, Mana Worm. Well, that changes everything. Let's just play that. See if I can top like a mirror image. I really don't want to see this is a 3-2.
Someday I'll be just
Which is exactly what she has. Oh, if only I had the coin for the Shattered Sun Cleric. If I only had a coin. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Or a Frostbolt, or a mirror image. You know, any of those things would be great. Let's play Knife Juggler and hit her in the face. I'm not sure this is the correct play or not, but the idea here is either she trades here, and then a Mana Worm lives, or she kills the Mana Worm and then I ping the thing off and my Knife Juggler lives. That's sort of the plan that I'm going for here. See how well that actually works. Goes for the Mana Worm, and does she have a kill for the Knife Juggler, aka Frostbolt, aka Warrior, Murloc Warrior, Murloc charging thing whose name I can't remember? Nope, just as a Fire Blast. Alright, well we're gonna go big or go home here. I'm gonna play the Shattered Sun Cleric. And hope that the Knife Juggler knows where to hit. He does. Well, if he had missed, I would have lost the Knife Juggler to the Apprentice, which wouldn't have been the end of the world, but, you know, gotta take those chances. Gotta get lucky by giving yourself chances to get lucky. Good players get lucky more often than bad players because they give themselves opportunities to get lucky. So here we go. Opening ended up being okay. I'm down a card, but I'll draw equal on my turn. And I've got this board advantage here. My removal's not the greatest. Cone of Cold is not exactly what I want. Ironforge Rifleman. Alright, so he is gonna... by hook or by crook, this guy is gonna bring down my Knife Juggler, it seems. I am gonna take another 50-50 chance. See if a Knife Juggler will hit the Ironforge Rifleman so I can ping it to death. And it does. Alright, that's good. So we will swing at his face for 7 damage. Excuse me, her face for 7 damage, which is a big deal. Now, my Frostbolt and Fireballs are all in the deck still. I haven't drawn any cards, so they're buried in there. It's a pretty big stack. If she pings my Knife Juggler, I'd say my Knife Juggler has done his job. You know, delaying my opponent from playing her own stuff. Just Berry Dragon. Alright, it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Golem and a Mana Wraith, and I'm gonna actually hit her in the face. This is how this deck tries to win. It's just by burning the opponent out. I mean, if I just... At this point, if I just top deck my 2 Fireballs back to back, I'll just win. And I've still got creatures dealing damage, and she can't Blizzard, because I believe she's already used her coin. And... yeah, she used her coin to play Sorcerer's Apprentice in response to Mana Worm. So now, she can't play Blizzard. There's no master removal besides Cone of Cold and Frost Nova that she could use, but those are situational cards that people don't always take. And I've got, you know, assuming she kills a Sorcerer's Apprentice, 3, 5, 7 damage, which is a lot. Takes her down to 5 health, and she's dead in 5 turns to Fire Blast, and I haven't even taken any damage yet. So this deck really uses the Fire Blast ability to hit the face to the fullest.
What to do?
And I've also hit minions with it, too. Granted, this Knife Juggler was very good. I beat 50-50 odds twice to hit her minions. Otherwise, I would have had to lose the Knife Juggler himself to the minion, and then I would have dealt less damage to her face. So she could be at either 15 or 18 health now, depending on how lucky she was with that, how unlucky she was with that Knife Juggler. I've got Mass Removal and Delay. Okay. The Mana Wraith stops her from playing 5 drops. She plays a Raise Counter, which is delightful, because I don't care about that. I'm dealing 7 damage to her, which is amazing. Alright, got back-to-back Flame Strikes now. So, let's do the part that's definitely engage is this. Question is, do I Cone of Cold here? I will... yeah, I'm gonna Cone of Cold. Ping her face, and then protect my creatures from back. So now I'm threatening lethal with my creatures. She has to have Taunt. Life gain wouldn't give her enough. Like, even a Priestess of Elune, she'd still lose. She'd be at 8 health, 3, 5, 7, 8, she'd lose. So she has to have Taunt or Mass Removal. Blizzard would actually save her, because it would freeze the Golem, kill the other 2. Then I'd ping her face, she'd be dead in 3 turns, or faster if I drew my Fireball. She actually has the Blizzard! Alright, well, I'm at full health, so unless she gets life gain at some point, I'm just going to Fire Blast her to death and hopefully get a minion to play. Acolyte of Pain, well, it's pretty good, so we're going to play the Acolyte. I could ping it for a card, but, well, hang on. I think it's actually more valuable for me to get the cards than it is to get the damage, because digging deeper just dramatically increases my odds of getting my Frostbolt or a Frostbolt or a Fireball to kill her with. It, you know, doubles my odds. And I think the doubling of the odds is more important than, like, taking 1 turn off the clock. And in fact, that already paid for itself. I got to put this Leper Gnome down, so this Leper Gnome... I mean, if I attack with a Leper Gnome and I ping the Leper Gnome, that'll be 4 damage. That was a cool trick that I missed in one game that someone pointed out to me. If you're a mage, you can ping your own Leper Gnome to deal 2 damage instead of pinging the face, which only deals 1 damage. So that extra damage can make all the difference sometimes. Well, not sometimes, but it is sometimes. The extra damage makes all the difference if your opponent would be at exactly 1 health. you can ping your own leper gnome to get down to 2 health. Alright, she's gonna kill the Acolyte rather strangely. That's the least damaging creature I have.
Drink with me,
Play the
friend.
Panda? Okay, I don't really understand what she's doing. She's currently set to die. Just to my 2 creatures. Without even before the leper gnome dies, even without any spells in my hand. Very bizarre. Maybe she just doesn't have anything. Maybe she just has a bunch of vanilla creatures or something. I have a polymorph if she plays a taunter. She will, it seems, ping the leper gnome.
Time runs out on me.
Yep. Okay. So, she has to have an answer for the golem. That's not an answer for the golem, because the golem just attacks now and wins the game. Okay, that was really bizarre. Is she gonna concede? Nope, she's just gonna let me kill her. Fair enough.
Well played.
And another game is a win. Maybe I should call this arena Burnout Paradise. Burning them out every game. Have I won any games fairly? I did. Some of the early games I won pretty fairly. That hunter who was hemorrhaging cards. I'll remember that forever because I struggled to find the word hemorrhaging. Anyway, when I was at 3-1 in this run, I said that if I keep up the ratio, we'll be at 9 wins and everyone will be happy except for the people I beat. And here we are at 9 wins. I've noticed there's a really staggering difference in gold between 11 and 9 and 10. Like 9 and 10, you'll get below 200. With 11 wins, man, you can get up to crazy heights. Not to spoil anything, but you can see this gold count is quite high, thanks largely to a pretty good run I had recently. And let's see who our worthy opponent is. It is a Paladin, first one, Chaos the Paladin. Paladins do, I think, have a pretty good record against me.
You asked for it.
We'll keep the Frostbolt for early removal. The Blizzard, I think, should get mulliganed. I have a Blizzard and 2 Flame Strikes, so I'm not... I mean, with 3 cards, I'm pretty content to mulligan those. If I had, like, the 1 Blizzard and no Flame Strikes, that would be a different story. Then I'd go ahead and just keep the Blizzard. It is nice to be a Mage versus Paladin. You can always kill off his recruits if need be. On turn 2, I'll probably be playing a Geomancer. Unless, of course, he has a turn 1 play. I might just Frostbolt him. The Secret. Oh, God. Okay. Well, the Secret's annoying because it's probably Noble Sacrifice, and as a Mage, I can't flush it out with my hero ability. No, it's Repentance. Oh, God. That's... Wow. Someone at 9 wins is playing a turn 1 Repentance. So, education time. You don't play turn 1 Repentance. It's just not what you do. It's just not what's done, folks. It's just not what's done. We're gonna waste the spell damage here. You don't do that. It's very bad. You want to save it for later so you can hopefully hit a bigger minion with it. That's cool, so I go up a card just from that. He's gonna play an Ironforged Rifleman. Is that what he was doing? Okay, if that's what he was doing, then that's totally fine, I suppose, but I still think it's generally a mistake. Ironforged Rifleman, perhaps? Elven Archer? What you got for me? Peacekeeper, okay. Wow, this Kobold Geomancer is really beleaguered. It was a 2/2 that had its health drop to 1 and its attack drop to 1. That is... So what, if I end up losing this game, I'm going to be really embarrassed because I couldn't have possibly asked for a better start. Okay, Fen Creeper could have been a Boulder Fist Ogre. I am very glad it's not. This is really strong here, holding up against this Pirate. I know he doesn't have True Silver Champion, because if he did, he would have played the True Silver Champion before playing the Pirate to get the Pirate for free. Let's see if he has Blessing of Kings. Oh no, he's got another Outdoor Peacekeeper. Well, it's fine. This is still a 1/6. It's a Taunter. It's doing its job. It's fine. Gonna play another minion? He is. Alright, I think we're gonna Cone of Cold here. That's really good because it actually freezes this and it kills the Pirate thanks to spell damage. So, Cone of Cold. This. Swing on by. And I can play Mana Wraith or Knife Juggler. I'm gonna play the Knife Juggler. It's a little risky in case of Consecration. I'll be sad at that. But I want to have the Knife Juggler here because then when I play the Mana Wraith or the Sunwalker next turn, the Knife Juggler can kill this. And he has the Consecration last. The Geomancer has done some good work, but it finally goes down. And he plays a Recruit.
Reporting for duty.
Alright. Do I play the Mana Wraith here? I think... The Mana Wraith would let me kill all of his board, but the Sunwalker is just such a big creature. So we'll use the Fen Creeper to kill that. Image. Why not? Yeah, he's got a Recruit to ping off my Divine Shield with, so he gets a little bit of value there, but... Yeah, I think I'm doing okay. He's got 6 cards to my 5. Going to be 6. Granted, a couple of my cards are these, which is annoying. And it looks like I'm going to have to use... Oh my god, wow. Warlock Tidecaller. This is special. I really don't think this guy has 9 wins. Honestly, don't think he does. We're going to fireball that. Ping that once. And even if this gets +1 attack from Murlocs that he finds in his back pocket, I can just Fire Blast it to death next turn. Dark Scale Healer. Well, it's okay, because, I mean, I can still kill it. Coin for...
Not on my watch.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Didn't really accomplish too much, though, because I can just ping this off. Kill that. And I will kill this. The reason I want to kill this instead of hitting him in the face is that I want to preserve my mirror images if I can.
To Northrend!
Archer Commander is a pretty good answer, so this thing doesn't have to get damaged now. Luckily, though, the Mana Wraith will kill the Archer Commander. My problem is I'm actually out of creatures.
Reporting for duty.
So I've been fighting fair this game, and it's starting to cost me because he's pretty much at full health. Use a fireball on him, but I have to. He's got too much health for his face to be a good target for it. He's actually going to win because even though he played pretty badly, had some really questionable cards, I just didn't have enough creatures. None of my creatures survived. Crap, it's over. These big bodies cannot be dealt with. Mana Worm, you're late. Well, we're going to do this. We're going to play Mana Worm and Mirror Image. And, I guess I'll ping the one that's closer to dying. Turn. So the Mirror Images are going to die, but this Mana Worm will stick around. See what I can do with it. Play a crossbow, Flame Striker, a Blizzard. Lay on Hands. Oh, geez, that's not good. Alright, so the Paladin stops me from getting to 10 wins, even though he played pretty badly. He did have, like, a couple of Peacekeepers and just lots and lots of minions. I didn't have anything. Am I going to concede? I'm just going to concede. This is fine. I think did good enough here. And Chaos is the victor. So, yep, 9 wins is exactly what happened. I got enough good luck to win about 3 games for every game that I lost. Well, exactly 3 games for every game I lost in this run. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and or subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate your support. And let's take a look now at the prizes. We have Golden Common, 25 dust, and 150 gold on the nose. That's, well, it's 75 dust. I guess I'm okay with that because I am trying to get up to the full set. I need about 4,000 dust and a couple hundred. This pack is, well, not bad. I get, compared to a regular common, it's an extra 45 dust, so lots of extra dust here. Looking at our collection, we see some new cards. We have Golden Soul of the Forest. Let's disenchant that. We have a Golden Fireball, I believe. Ooh, Golden Fireball, how exciting. And then our Golden Raging Worgen. Where are you? Wow, there's a lot of cards. Alright, so I need 4,015 more dust to complete my set. Actually, I'm gonna get this on now. I need just a little bit under 4,000 dust now, and I will complete the One of Everything achievement. After that, I don't know. I guess I'll just be saving up dust for the hypothetical expansion that they might make, but in the next expansion, Blizzard's going to make the cards available by beating the quests, and that costs gold to enter, not dust, but maybe someday they'll make an expansion where dust is needed, I don't know. Anyway, next arena is going to be Paladin or Hunter, since we just played Mage. I'm not sure who it'll be. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again soon, take care.